everyone. We are in Las Vegas for what will be the Hard 8. A couple of tips according to how I travel here. I am with a bunch of friends, but they're not really actually doing anything in Vegas other than the tables and watching March Madness, which happens to be this weekend. So I'm going to navigate the city here on St. Patrick's Day and beyond on a weekend of which the Construction Expo is going on. It's kind of wild. Where else do we start but here at the Las Vegas sign? So my first tip is always going to be, and it's really universal for any vacation, make sure you plan your agenda outside of others. In a city like of size of Las Vegas, you have 1,000 attractions or more to do here, so it can get quite crazy if you're not doing it with a general group of people. There can be a lot of pressure in Vegas to do certain things, i.e. to follow other people's hopes, dreams, interests, gambling interests, etc. If you're not here to gamble, that's fine. I've only done a portion of it here on my third day here already, but I'm satisfied with the few hours that I had. There's a lot of other stuff to do here in Vegas at the end of the day, so be sure to take advantage of it and not regret not getting something done before you leave. But if you know you're coming back, then definitely leave stuff for next time, which I'll mention later on in the vlog. All right, let's move on to the second tip here, the Hard 8 of Vegas. If you're here waiting for the line to get your picture here at the Vegas sign, which is a bit of a trek on the south end of the strip, use your zoom lens if you got one. You'll skip the line. Unless you want that iconic perfect picture, but this is good enough for me, right? Screen cap, that'll probably be the cover of the vlog.
Number 2, the Deuce. The bus that actually traverses the entire strip. If you're gonna come here and go back and forth on the 3 days that I like doing, or what I'm doing on my 3 days here, then you definitely need a Deuce pass. This one is 24 hours for $8. It's 6 hours for a 2-hour ride. So when you work it all out, you might as well just get the 24-hour. A 72-hour, I'll put on the screen the price because I can't remember it off the top of my head, but definitely worth the value. I, perspective-wise, think, why would you even get into a cab? The entire strip is just littered with construction and vehicles all just sort of like congesting things. So you're gonna get downtown or to the strip in the same amount of time as if you had been driving yourself. At least that's my perspective of it. So it's definitely worth the value, and it's been a lifesaver as far as hacking Vegas with their overpriced everything if you're in the wrong spot. Of course, that ride is all right though.
What do you plan to wear for necklace? You get to wear a necklace today?
Tip number 3, if you're going to be in Vegas for a while and you're planning on getting like water and all that kind of stuff, and you do it at a restaurant or pay for bottled water, you might as well come to Walgreens or CVS. There's tons of locations all throughout the strip, and the prices are all the same. I will say that it's a little bit cheaper north of here, oddly enough, than on the strip, so they are slightly inflated on prices, but you're gonna get a bottle of water here for $1 American, where if you go to any other regular retailer on the strip, it's gonna cost you $5 or more. So definitely play smart, load up early in advance. If you've got a bag or something like that, load everything you can in there. You've got takeaway food as well, so if you're fine with having, say, a takeaway from a grocery store or pharmacy ready-made food for, say, lunch, it's gonna save you a lot of money in the long run, and then you can enjoy that meal later on in the evening. Definitely check out your concessions instead of doing it blind and making the mistake like I did and pay $24 for your first pint in Vegas without knowing what you're doing.
Bacano, un minuto pero bien bacano, hombre, con ese tiene. Facilitas, no me estés ahí pegando mala publicidad. Esa publicidad es...
Es que ya descansé, ya volví a hacer.
Ya, se puede empezar a armar a la mujer.
I'm in a former tire shop that is now a taco stand with all these cars behind me because this place is rammed. They're all waiting for their takeout orders, which I have myself. what's going on here? I walked by here yesterday, I had no clue, and I've discovered it's actually one of the best places in Vegas that you can get a taco, if not the best taco in Vegas. So I'm gonna find that out in a second. I got 2 chicken. I'm already full, but I couldn't miss this opportunity. Eat local is the point. For a drink and 2 tacos, this cost me $6.89 American, which would cost you 3 times that just down the strip at a regular taco joint. So I gotta say it for what it is. We're all working hard. It's an incredible little setup. There's live music. Get a little bit of this atmosphere. This is an extended tip for you. Definitely come down here. This is at Bonanza and Las Vegas Boulevard. Okay, because of the nature of my evening here, I'm on my way back to the strip, but I have my food on the Deuce, which I mentioned is factor number 2. Authentic street food on a bus. All right.
Approaching Carson.
I'm not even going to review it. I'm just going to say it's great. Rule number 5. Don't drink on the strip. The first pint that I had in Las Vegas was $24, and I only found out late, well, a couple days later, that I could have had a $4 craft brewed pint only a block behind my hotel just off the strip. Most people, when they come to Vegas, or that they know when you're coming to Vegas, say, don't go off the strip. I disagree. I'm now in the Arts District, just outside of downtown in Fremont, and we have a slew of breweries all along this street. The street itself kind of transects the main part of the Arts District. Is Southern Main Street, and as you can see, unfortunately it's Saturday or Sunday afternoon. So a lot of these great patios and bars and breweries along this strip that leads back towards the Stratosphere Tower. Some of them are closed, but some of them are open, and I'm gonna get a quick pint in one of them before I do go to the Strat. Is my next destination anyway. But yes, don't drink on the strip if you can, or at least look out for deals. There's so many to be found. If you're in the middle of a casino and you're not gambling, expect to pay a pretty sum for a Modelo. Why not get a pint in a place where they're doing craft brews like here in Vegas? I think you can see what I mean. It's a pretty cool looking place. Okay, so 17 bucks. I got some fries and I got a fresh double IPA, which usually they cost about $8 anyways, so that's not bad considering. My breakfast this morning as well at another spot that I will recommend. I'll put a couple little images of it in there for you, but it was a remarkable spot to watch games this morning and have a breakfast with a coffee and an Irish stout pint, all brewed in-house. Well, the coffee was brewed in-house, wasn't ground there. But that's besides the point. That cost me only 20 bucks American all in for my skillet breakfast, a pint and a coffee. And that was a 5-minute walk south, well, east of the strip, so by the Horseshoe / Bally's where I'm staying. So at the end of the day, cheers to off strip pints.
This is an aside and completely unrelated to this particular vlog, but my original plan was to actually go to a Vegas Knights game, and I'm overwhelmed by the amount of jerseys that are in Vegas. This seems to be a hockey town. I'm from Toronto. That's a hockey town. But this place is actually seemingly embracing hockey in a way that, you know, it's similar to home, but I'm just impressed, to be honest. It seems cool. There was a game, as I said, this afternoon, so that makes more sense. But there's been other jerseys, like Rangers jerseys, Pittsburgh jerseys. I know that in America, it's all about sounding out about who you support, but I'm very happy to see that they've embraced their local team so enthusiastically. Tip number 6 is to talk to chuckers. I'm not actually on the street now. I'm actually about to leave, but definitely talk to the people on the street of the Boulevard in Las Vegas about getting deals on hotels if you don't have a place to stay, which would be kind of weird, but especially for clubs, any type of events and attractions, anything that you don't think that you really originally planned to do in advance, but you think you might do in the night. It's best to talk to them. They're super nice. They will get you a deal. You'll get your VIP treatment. You'll get into lines. Don't be shy. It's no obligation. You don't have to tip them like, say, the showgirls on the street. So definitely take advantage of that. Number 7 is do attractions early in the day or late, as that's when the majority of the crowds are not getting to them. Now, there will be exceptions like the giant sphere behind me, the MGM Sphere, which once it opens finally, I'm sure will be quite busy because it's new. But for some of the attractions that have been here for 20 years or on, yeah, if they're popular, you get there early. Even the New York or Manhattan Express coaster was pretty busy this visit. So you either get there and get it done early or get it done late if you don't want to wait in the lines. Most people don't really buy advance tickets in Vegas from what I found. So yeah, they generally like to queue up and pay cash for the ride. So if that's the case, advance purchase is going to help you no matter what, and then you can get into the attractions ahead of the game. It also allows you to have a little bit of time to explore other things like places to eat and enjoy the middle part of your day, rest before it gets crazy for the night. That is my tip as far as attractions are concerned, especially if you want to fit in a lot. I unfortunately didn't fit in everything that I wanted on this trip either, but as I said in another tip, you always want to leave yourself with a little bit something to return to.
Number 8, Fremont. I don't know about you, but when I come to Vegas, I don't come to be classy. And really, Fremont isn't all that unclassy. It just has a bad reputation for itself, which isn't really fair. Because on weekends like now, the St. Patrick's Day, you can hear in the background that this place really gets wild. And I'll put a little footage from last night, of which it was crazy on St. Patrick's Day as well.
Somebody gonna be my girl.
1,000 people here last night, if not more, and I'm looking forward to another night like that. 144 bands over the weekend. What are you doing in the Strip? You need to be at Fremont. Number 8 tip, if you want to have a good time. I'm headed to Binions. I like a good dirtbag casino. You're gonna find them here in the Heartbread, the Golden Nugget, most legendary of them all. And we leave Binions about 3 hours later. I haven't lost any money, which is always good. And the whole vibe of this area has changed. Welcome to Fremont. Tip number 8. I don't know about you, but when I come to Vegas, I'm not really about going to a bunch of repurposed shopping centers / food courts, which is what I feel like when I'm down there. But here, it's a whole different vibe. Unfortunately, I do have a Neon Boneyard visit coming up that I have to go to, and then I'm leaving Fremont. It's almost like they knew. All right, well, that's your tip number 8. Thank you for watching, guys, on the Vegas Hard 8 tips of what you should do if you're into things like I am here in Vegas. That's a wrap, guys, from the Hard 8 of Las Vegas. I'm sure there could be like 80 tips, if not more, about this city, but I'm sure I'll have more to say on another return visit, which I think will be much more wilder, as I'll try some of the crazier attractions here rather than the standard stuff I've done this time, including Omega Mart, which happens to be staring at us right here, but I just could not find a reasonable excuse to do this attraction at the price point that it is without knowing entirely what it's about, so I'm gonna take a pass on it, but that's besides the point. Thanks for watching, stay safe, and enjoy your travels in Vegas if you're coming here very soon.